So it's another week. I just delivered my wife to work. Later, my company will have our virtual Christmas party, virtual escape room thing. So, waiting for my wife in the late night, which is quite annoying because she has to work in the morning tomorrow, and I probably need to drive her. So, they got Corona there. It's looking like in the movie Outbreak when you arrive here. It's really It's like I think 3 cases confirmed. Something. Yeah. It's really. I turned 39 yesterday, and it's really hard for me because my dad was 39 when he died, and it's really it's like that's very hard to say. And I probably need to celebrate next year's birthday a little bit bigger for that reason. And I guess like it's probably like being a good soldier and male, never working through the grief and everything back then, and suppressing it as it is good tradition for us males. That suppression and trauma and everything comes back from time to time, and that's probably what's happening now. So maybe it's a chance to move on. I think overall I'm quite good at not being stuck in the past. So I'm probably in the right mindset, like for a long time, but yeah, it's just like for me it's clear that I didn't work through the grief back then, and it's like not like I can do that now. Oh, I know what to do. So I might have been interrupted a little bit abruptly there last time. It's already the week already turned to Friday. Yeah, it's like we had my one colleague took vacation because he wants to use December for hunting. This is like prime hunting season or whatever in Germany. And the other colleague, she had her Corona vaccination on Tuesday last week, and yeah. I'm not quite sure, maybe she had been already a little bit sicklish before. But she was sick till today, so today she should return to work, and it was a little bit stressy, so to say. Much work to do, and then playing the Uber for my wife in the mornings and such. It's like most days it's like no break at all days. Yeah. It's especially on Tuesday, and when she now due to them having the coronavirus in the facility, for one they need to wear the full body protection stuff, and which takes time to put on and put off. They need to do a PCR test every day or every second day or something, but so need to arrive earlier for that. And my wife should have been working early the whole week, but Like she exchanged shift with a colleague because she's on like over half an hour drive away, and so her colleague would have needed to be tested in the morning, then return home, and then return to work. So like over 1 hour extra driving forth and back. So therefore they exchanged shifts there, and then she had the late shift, but the next day the early shift was like a very short break in between. So actually criminally low, because like in Germany you actually by law have to have 11 hours between two shifts. But I think like the health sector is somewhat accepted from that law. So I think in other branches it's not actually allowed to do that. Like I would get really in trouble if I did that. But also depends a little bit on the companies, I guess, because like the management can be responsible if something happens. Like if you do an 11-hour shift and drive home for 6 hours and return. Like if you have an accident while driving forth and back, that could actually be, or could put the management in trouble usually. I was like probably it's never really enforced. I think my company, they had some kind of incident where a manager was liable or had to pay a fine. And therefore they are really, really super cautious about this, but I'm not quite sure if this is as normal, like can't really say, because like in my previous work I was in the army, where you were certainly exempt from those rules, and then university and my first workplace, I didn't have night shifts, so I don't think that. Also not quite sure if they actually would have been possible there, I guess, but like the very fixed shift schedule, so I think that was not ever an issue there. I guess, but I can't recall. It's like almost 20 years ago. So yeah, or like 15 or but yeah. So at the end of the week I turned 39. Yeah. It's still a difficult day, so to say. Yeah. Got a new government. Finally. So yeah. I think the corona numbers are a little bit down, but still quite high. Stricter measures are in place. Like, needs to be tested even with the vaccination in many places. Depends a little bit. I think our area here we're still in the greener sense. Like we are usually going by incidents in Germany, and I think we are around 200 here. But like we really, the fourth wave really broke every record in that regard, and I'm quite sure I think the death toll is statistically is like 15,000 now for the last couple of 2 or 3 months. And in some areas, especially the 3 states in the eastern parts of Germany, I think it's Thuringia, Saxony, and how's this called in English? Germany is it's like Saxony shortstop, but it's certainly not the name. Sachsen-Anhalt is the German name.
Sorry, short stop. Yeah. Those areas have like the most skeptical anti-vaxxers around and highest part of a non-vaccinated population, and they're somehow interestingly hardest hit. So, they went like above thousands in some areas, which I think wasn't recorded before. Yeah. No, have to see. This is really like the old government had the problem that just a moment, I have to send my kid to school. He forgot he has to go to school, so he put on his jacket because we first brought his sister to kindergarten, and now he forgot. Yeah, but like the old government, the last Merkel government was like this is. I think I've talked about this earlier, that this sitting duck legislation is always problematic, especially in crisis. And just the recent history has very many examples. I think the end times of the Trump government in the US would certainly be terrible for the situation in the US. The financial crisis of 2007, 2008, the housing bubble thing, that was, I think, in a big part facilitated by President Bush going out of office. The same thing happened with the Civil War in the US. Just full of US examples here, but since we have a huge US viewership, that's maybe appropriate. But let's think. Those are the examples I have on my mind at the moment. I think I had a couple more. I think there are a couple of more examples, but yeah, those three are the biggest I can pull off reminder. But it's very clear that like the already voted out, but not yet, or not still in power, more or less in power government, either didn't feel like either be able or didn't want the responsibility to do something which facilitated a terrible situation get worse. And maybe the question is, if you had like a functioning government at that point, could that crisis have been avoided? I think often, maybe not totally, but we would probably see it in a different light. Like would have been maybe a minor footnote in history, but how it went became a major thing. So, yeah. As you know, hindsight is always 20/20. So that's of course the normal thing that afterwards you always know better. But it's like a thing I've noticed that this tends to happen, and yeah, and I just think. I can't remember the other examples, but yeah, I think the American Civil War is a very good example, as well as the financial crash of the housing bubble crash in the mid 2000s. There, the outgoing government didn't take the measures. And I I think it's like so usually a mixture of for one not wanting the responsibility, and on the other hand also having like the idea that you're only like in you're only administering for the coming for the already voted new government, and I think that's it's also not an easy position to be in. Like, yeah, it's like you are already fired, but you have to perform your job for 3 more months or half a year maybe, because your replacement is not yet there or not yet trained. And I think most employees would perform somewhat subpar in that situation, I would guess. But yeah, I hope you had a nice week, guys. It's what I actually wanted to say is it's only like, what was it, 8 days till Christmas, and really does not feel like that. But I'm not quite sure if it's maybe due to all parties and everything being cancelled. It's like not having the pre-Christmas stress, or maybe it's something else. But can't quite tell at the moment. Could be anything, but yeah, it really. I just heard it in a podcast, and it says that somebody said, "Oh, it's not feeling like Christmas," and feels somewhat the same. Yeah, it's not like, oh yeah, it's just 1 week to Christmas. No, it's really not the feeling at the moment. Yeah, maybe it's like for the kids, I bought the presents months ago, and years ago maybe, don't know, packed them, stored them. That maybe took a little bit out of the stress as well, but yeah, it's really not a year where I feel like celebrating anything at the moment. But let's see. Next year can only get better, right? I think we said that already in 2020. Who knows?
It turned out it wasn't Friday at all. It was a day early, so today is Friday. And yeah, that's really the most terrible thing that can happen when you think, oh, it's already weekend, and then you realize, oh no, it's one more day of work. That happens sometimes to me, especially in the home office. Yeah. Mhm. So wake you up. Yeah. Keep sleeping.